I couldn't get past the gate here. There's a lot of gates around. I imagine the Pruin are the ones who have the keys. So I imagine I do have to fight the people around here to get the keys.
This is no time for self-interest. It is the last thing
I think I'm just going to have to go pick some fights, honestly. I've done all that I can, really, around the hospital that I'm aware of. You're close. It's like level 18 just right there. And the Pruin don't do anything about it, probably because they're unable to. Right. You. Level 11. Let's pick some fights. Good evening, sir. Oh, hello. Oh, you're the big one. Oh, give me the blood. That's it. Have one of those as well. Ow. Back. Oh, I won this one. Right, there's one down. Ow, I need a heal. Did that heal get interrupted? There we go. Sugar! Oh, he's quick. It's got to be you. You've got the gun. You're the one bothering me the most. Give me the blood. Yes. Feed. No, get out my way. Buster. Oh, what is that? You, stand still. You. Oh, flip. Hack. Shield. Flip. Careful. Ow. Yeah, let's just finish him. Okay. Let's see what you have on you then. Any keys would be much appreciated. And what do we have here? A former safe room. Oh, sorry, rat. Got a bit hasty. Well, this is a safe room. I should try use a different ranged weapon. Let's use the Barker. How do we equip again? Here. And the powers. Shadow Veil. Coagulation. See, the claws one, I'm not actually really using it very much. I kind of get hit out of it whenever I try to use it. Let's put Blood Barrier there, because I do like Blood Barrier. Got the heal, got Shadow Veil, got Coagulation, that's a good one. Change you to the Barker. Oh, didn't mean to do that. No other serums. I'll have to leave it like that for now. I do have that common machete, but I never use it. What other offhand... Oh no, this is a two-handed weapon, isn't it? Yeah, we'll... I just like that sword the most. Do I get experience for drinking rats? Oh. No, I don't. That's good to know. And I do heal passively. Guard the freedom of us all. Join the royal fleet today. Would you like to know more? Ask your nearest recruiting office. Your king and country needs you and the brave lads on the front. Oh, hello. Were you here last time? Give me the blood. Down. Out you go. Oh, sorry, Mr. Rat. I was trying to grab what was over in his bag. Influenza, frequently complicated with pneumonia. To prevent any case of Spanish flu, stay at home.
But the guards recruit more and more every year.
Right, we should deal with these two. Gonna see how ruthless we need to be tonight. Come on. Oh, good thing I put that shield on just then. Come on, get out of range of your mate for a sec. There's one of you.
Filthy piece of shit!
You, watch your language, mister. Ow, flip.
Don't like burning, does it?
No, I don't like burning. You wouldn't like burning. Blood. That's it. Come on. There we go. And you, sir? Ow. That's it. Just a bite. Just a little sip. Good. Eight. That was 8 experience. Now, was that basically the sewer dog? Is he still here? He is. He's level 12. Let's go. Shadow. Okay. Stun to start. Yeah, I guess that's it. Down, boy. Come on. Back. Oh, flip. Oh, God. Oh, flippin' hell. Ow, you bugger. No need for that. Need for this, though. Stay down. Back up. Freeze you. Get my health back a bit, or my stamina rather. Ow. Oh. That was a bit of a blind hit you got me with. If I back up, heal. Oh, you've got a lunge as well. No. Don't go down now. Heal. Right, let's get him. We've got this. There we go. Okay. 3 experience. There's no viable way of leveling up other than drinking people. Curfew, official health warning. Curfew will be sounded at 9 PM by the church bells. All citizens must keep off the streets from that time until 5 AM. Until further notice, citywide curfew had been implemented. It is imperative that you wear your mask to prevent the spread of infection. If any member of your household becomes ill, inform the authorities immediately. Due to the curfew, not open after 9 PM.
It's locked, all right.
So, who's enacting this curfew? Because it is keeping me from moving around the city. One more heal. Yeah, so there's 3 more.
Stay close, keep an eye on each other.
That's it. Keep an eye on each other. Roger the wall. Right, gotta get out of that corner. Corner is death. Oh, that's a big hit. That's it. Blood for me. Oh, careful. No, I want the other one. I want your mate. That's one of you.
Stop it!
I don't think you're capable of stopping me. There we go. Right. Oh, where'd you come from? Ow! Stop flailing. Lucky hits. That's all they were. Give me the blood. Come on. Ow. Right, that's... Ow. You bugger. It's just you and me now. Can I use this in combat? Oh, I can. Can't stun them while I'm in combat, though. They're too aware that I'm around. Give me that. Okay, back up. Oh. Difficult to judge when they're going to shoot. Ow. Flippin' hell, you're tough. Been at this a while. Ow. Give me that. Oh, come on. Oh, got my blood shield on in time. Nope. Ow, ow, you bugger. He's gonna get me at this, right? By shadow. I need a... problem with the shadow is that it uses stamina. Ow. Ow. Come on. If you don't have a key on you, I'm going to be very upset. He doesn't have a key on him. I've just killed these people for no reason. How do I get through here then? Oh. Was it open all along? I could have sworn it was... I could have sworn it was locked.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Do we know she's kind, though? We're kind of just assuming. I suppose it's kind of just trying to limit the damage she does. Let's have a quick investigate. Hello? You're quite dead. Of course, there's going to be more pre-one around here.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Stop it now, Albert, stop it!
Okay. Well, what has happened here? Excuse me, sir. You alright?
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Bugger off? I'm... Whoa, is this the time to ask about Dorothy Crane? Did I overhear that correctly? Did you steal that man's medication?
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
Did he confuse you with someone else, or... I don't even know this guy, and I'm basically accusing him of stealing. Could he have confused you with somebody else that he did pull a gun on you?
All right. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Well, I'm looking for somebody, and you're going to be my guide. Whether you like it or not. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Not what I wanted. What's your life in London? Or rather, personal questions. No, can't talk to you about anything. Goodbye then.
Goodbye, young man.
The wet boots will be proud of me.
The wet boots? The wet boot boys? You're one of Clay's boys.
Bloody joke to you, innit? Stupid drugs from the sick and suffering.
I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
They're still talking to each other, so they can't have fallen out that much. You, Benjamin, is it?
What?
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
No one can help you? Why do you say that? What is wrong with you?
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
Don't give them medicine. Treatment for a migraine. I do not have treatment for a migraine, I'm afraid.
I will see you later.
What is your life here in London? What do you do exactly? Can you tell me about what ails you?
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Your son? Was that your son over there? I don't think so. Tell me about this place, though.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
After the war. Do you not have a family? You say you have a son.
You don't have anywhere to go. No family that would welcome you.
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother.
Oh, so that
She was
is your
sick,
son.
You see, long before the flu and all this shit.
And things used to be better when she was alive, were they?
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
You still do have a name. Nobody can take that from you. And why did you pull a gun on your own boy?
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
Clearly you fought in the war, according to your son. Tell me about your role in the war.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar, a coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
I don't think you should be taking those tablets anymore. You shouldn't feel ashamed. But I think that is a statement that kind of says that you need those tablets. Get a grip, that's not going to help anybody. Those methods are barbaric.
It's a pity that doctors still practice such barbaric methods. It's a dishonor to our profession.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit. To not hear the explosions.
You're addicted.
I'm even scared of the dark these days.
I'm looking for a Nurse Dorothy Crane. I know this is a bit of a tangent, but do you know of her?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
An illegal dispensary? So she... I really am confused about her role in it.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir.
That they do.
Goodbye for now.
You take care. I don't know... Because Nurse Crane, she did have a bit of an accent, didn't she?
Answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Excuse you?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
I don't think you are a healer. I think you're an opportunist. What are you even doing out here? Any intriguing local figures I should know about?
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Interesting. Well, what do you think of the locals? I'm assuming by your fur, or rather the dead fox around your neck, you're not from here.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
For your snake oil, you mean? Anybody I should avoid?
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Cadogan Bates, noted. Well, I'm looking for Dorothy Crane. Are you familiar with any other medical professionals in our current vicinity?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
I think that's probably your history, your bias as a fellow con woman, saying that it's a scam. What do you have for sale, though?
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
I use the word medicine very loosely. Her cordial, I can just recycle. It's not useful for anything. Leave all of this. There's nothing I need. Now, Miss Dorothy Crane. No, you're quite dead. I have a feeling we're close to where we need to be.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother
stick your foot in the
someone
door.
else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
And how would one do that? So this must be Mr. Darius. He does have bronchitis, which I do have a treatment for. Oh, he's going all the way out here. Are you just knocking on that door over and over again? Well, I could nip around and come down that way. If I can't get through this side. Let's do it. There should be an alley to the left.
It's locked.
Doesn't seem anywhere I can shadow step to. At least not from here. And he's probably locked this, has he? He has.
There's nobody here.
Has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough Court.
She's gonna get people killed thinking they're cured. How am I going? Perhaps if I just observe him more closely. Can't really... I feel like I should be able to observe him from here, but I can't. Okay, now it's working, is it? I don't understand that. Nurse Crane.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Stray poet?
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man.
I did give him my
suspect
name.
some machination from that journalist.
Journalist?
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
Well, I have a few leads then.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius.
Journalist?
Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Yes, the journalist seems like the better of the two leads rather than the poet. Hello? Who are you?
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
What are you selling?
Welcome, sir. Please take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
And let's trade, first of all. I want to see what you've got for sale.
Right then. Show me what you have.
I do need common handle parts. Yes, we'll buy both of those. I don't think there's really anything else I need just now. Could sell the wedding ring. Don't think I... Should I have sold that? Sugar.
You never...
Can I buy that back off you? Oh, I can. It's 83 shillings. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Flip. His wife's out there, and perhaps that ring will come in handy. Right. Now, are you a you've got a pen and paper? You look like a journalist to me.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town?
Not at
Name's
all.
Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
I hope you can. Well, first of all, you're investigating... Well, what is it you're investigating right now? And you're not afraid about getting out at night. But let's start with, what are you doing out here after sunset? I'd rather learn more about him before I start asking specific questions.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
Is the public interested in what happens in this part of town?
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
But you're not going to sell stories people aren't interested in. And you are risking your life to reveal the truth. You're quite a dedicated reporter.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Interesting. So you're not afraid of getting out at night, clearly.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
Not for the ones chasing you. My rationalism has been recently shaken. We should not say that, though. Not to a journalist. We don't want him investigating us next. Let's blow him off the scent a bit. There's certainly a rational explanation.
That science is unable to explain the facts doesn't mean there is no rational explanation.
I confess, I share your point of view, Doctor.
The newspapers, what do they say about the epidemic?
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
It's kind of criminal, though. Because people know it's out there. They know the flu and disease is here. By not telling them, you're putting their lives at risk.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
And I can't ask you any personal questions, but you seem a decent man. I'm here to talk about an underground medical dispensary. Do you know anything of that?
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I care about public health. I'm not going to mention Nurse Crane, because that could reflect poorly on Pembroke Hospital. And saying it's confidential, it's got to be a little give and take. This is in the interest of public health in a roundabout kind of way.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby.
He's on the ball, gotta give him that.
What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious, never goes out, doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
No relatives at all, do you know? Does anybody live in that building with him?
He has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Perhaps I should go speak to him too. You say he never goes out then. How does he get groceries, for one?
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Interesting. A ripped up letter near a postbox. Perhaps we should keep an eye out for that. Anything else we can discuss? No. I'll leave you be.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
I don't think that was a ruse. I think he generally did want to post a letter and lost his nerve. Is he writing home, perhaps?
I'm cheap and I'm clean, I promise.
What a claim. Are you clean, though? I don't know. You know Mr. Darby, though. How I know that, I do not know. We'll speak to you on our way
Pay me a glass and I'll be cheap.
back.
Pay me more.
Anybody looking? Nothing up here. Find the mailbox. Aha! I found a mailbox. And a flower. A small bouquet with a voucher for a free medical checkup hidden between the flowers. It's the same one. It's the same note. Camellia. The letter be in here? Aha! My dearest, most beloved children, I'm so sorry you have not heard from me in a few months. The situation in London has been difficult. I know it may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are living in a country consumed by war, but there's also a war going on here in England. A war against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight despite my advanced years. This is why I am writing to you today. I won't be coming back to Romania. That probably means I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad though, my darlings. You're grown up now, and you have children of your own. You know the sacrifice we must sometimes accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now to feel useful one more time. I wish you a long, happy life. Kiss my grandchildren for me, and remember that your father loves you all the way from this cold, damp country. I am, as ever, your loving father, Darius Petrescu.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
That it may. You must be Camellia.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Ah, you're the mute florist.
I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
She's mute. I'm also aware that you work for Nurse Crane. If you're the mute florist, delivering the notes, you must work for her.
Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary.
She can't, she's mute.
A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever.
Have they? I know you understand me, though, but medical checkup, anything? I can't really... Well, I know you do understand me.
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
But mute just means she doesn't speak. That is the reason for her silence. I don't know the reason why she is mute, though. Medical checkup?
You don't seem to need my medical attention for now.
Assume that's the case. She has stayed. She hasn't tried to just walk away. I'll leave you be.
Very well. Goodbye, then.
Didn't mean to make you uncomfortable at all, but I had questions.
It's locked.
I could just hop this wall. I could just hop over the wall. That's not an obstacle. That's a minor inconvenience.